According to a report by OLX Autos, jointly produced with CRISIL, the second-hand car market is expected to double from 4.1 million units to over 8.2 million units by FY27. In this process, the value of this market is likely to touch 4.3 to 4.5 trillion rupees by FY27. At the same time, the new car market in the country is expected to touch 6.6 to 6.8 trillion rupees in the same period. This gap was more pronounced at the end of FY22. It was 1.8 trillion rupees for second-hand cars and 3.3 trillion rupees for new ones, the study observed. With the used car market growing at a CAGR of 16%, the gap is expected to further widen by 17 times in the next 5 years. In terms of segments within the second-hand car market, the share of utility vehicles or UVs has gone up over the past 5 years, from 17% in FY17 to 22% in FY22, and it is expected to rise further to 32% in FY27. The growth in utility vehicles has come at the expense of sedans and vans. However, OLX Group Chief Executive Officer Amit Kumar told Business Standard that small cars are likely to remain a favorite of the value-conscious first-time buyers. Small cars still account for a good 58% in the overall second-hand car market in FY22 and will only see a marginal drop of around 200 basis points by FY27. Puneet Gupta, director at S&P Global Mobility, lists out the major factors why the used vehicles are doing so well.
So one is obviously the industry has really become quite organized, and I think one of the big reasons for it becoming organized was, entry of startup players, And the second big reason is average price of the Indian car industry. In last 3 years, the prices have gone up by roughly 30%, right? Adding to this, was the availability. There were a lot of supply shortages, there were supply chain issues, there were issues related to imported parts, typically coming from neighboring markets like China. So all these part together, really led to non-availability of new cars. So I think so used car really come as a great alternative, because you really get a value proposition, because actually a lot of consumers have really not run their vehicles in last 3 years because of pandemic.
The process of buying second-hand cars has also become smoother and more systemized thanks to the healthy competition between players like Cars24, Spinny, Carwale, etc. Gajendra Jangid, co-founder and CMO of Cars24, explains.
So, gone are the days when customer really have to, feel really fearful if they really want to buy or sell used cars. We are providing complete transparency to the customer about the car, where the car has been done in the past, what the kilometer, what is the service history looks like, and over and above, the warranty. Like when every car comes with the warranty, customer also feels that, okay, I don't need to worry about it when there's skin in the game from the brand I'm buying car from. So when the market gets organized, that consumer feel more and more confident to, transact, in that ecosystem. And of course, new car get depreciate much faster. You end up losing 20 to 30% in first year, and then, more as you move forward. So nobody wants to lose that much amount of money when they have the same amount of trust in the used car.
But while the second-hand car market enters a boom period, there are several challenges on the horizon that major players should be wary of, according to Gupta.
So I think first thing is that once you see the new car, discount on new cars going up, so you will see that customers going back to new cars, right? So another big challenge is, right, we have a lot of fleet which is of internal combustion engines, right? So that is only available as used cars, right? So whereas, if today you see a lot of consumers, typically in urban or aspirational buyers, typically in young category, right, they may really look forward for electric cars, right? So primarily, I think there can be a little of mismatch, between what consumers may be looking for, and what these players will be offering. And then third is these companies, have to really need to reach the Bharat, the rural part of India, because obviously, a 10-year-old diesel car may not have any buyer in Delhi or in Mumbai or Chandigarh, right? But they may have buyers in those small villages or small tier 3 cities, because there the regulations may allow, such kind of vehicle.
Jangid also points to the issue of financing, the need for a more thorough record of cars usage data, and a uniform tax regulation for buying and selling cars across states.
Used car financing is less than 15%, 15%. As compared to a new car with the financing is very easily, like almost more than 75% of the car get financed. So you can see the difference. Like used car financing ecosystem is very underpenetrated as compared to new car. When you can't value the goods very accurately, you kind of hesitate to finance that good, right? So able to determine the right market price, right, that will further boost the overall financing coverage. The second thing which I feel is very important, there is no one place where I can go and look for the service history of cars, or there is no way, a single place where I can go and look for the, let's say, insurance record or any repair or damage work has been done on the car. Another part which I think in a way government of India has already started solving is about one nation, one tax. If government of India can really come up with a system where I don't really need to re-register and repay the entire lifetime tax in the new state where I'm buying car from, then anyone can buy a car from anywhere. And it's just become, the entire buying and selling become much more frictionless.
The booming demand for personal cars in the post-pandemic period may have given a boost to the second-hand car market. But for this boom to be sustained, the market needs more financing options for buyers and favorable regulatory changes.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.